Welcome back to Farming Simulator 2017 with the Rude Man, and hey, we're back on Spectacle Island. In the last episode, I had finished, kind of. I have a little bit left to do. I shouldn't say I'm completely finished, but I finished enough of Field 11 that I could start plowing it and preparing it for harvest. So let's get down there. I did do something a little bit different, though. I spent a little bit of money. And I bought a bigger plow. The plow that I had was a very, very small plow. And so I figured that I'm going to be using a plow quite a little bit because we're working these fields. And the fields are just going to keep getting bigger and bigger. So I did go ahead and buy a bigger plow. So let's get this thing going. 6.2. 6.2, is that the plow I'm using? 6.2 must be, because must be. Let's let her go, let her rip, get this thing done here. Okay, now as you see, I still have some stumps to do, and I still have a few trees. If I want to take the trees on the side here, and there's a couple trees on the end there I might want to take off, but we'll just let this guy go and see what he's going to do. Huh. Wow. All right. So yeah, the stumps and things just kind of make work. It's not anything I have to do as a priority. I did finish fertilizing, so I think that is taken care of. Let's double check how we're doing here. Field 1 over there is fully fertilized, and let's see, Field 1's the only field we have, isn't it? Oh, I got all the money from picking up the gold coins. That's why I had that much money. So I did spend a little bit and got a bigger plow. So we're plowing Field 11 now. That'll take care of that. The next field we start working on is probably Field 14, I guess. So, anyway, there's that. So, let's see. Fertilizing is done. Let's move this guy kind of off the field, I guess. I got my wheel back. So we're back in business as far as driving goes. I had a couple of the buttons that didn't carry over for some reason. I lost the key bindings on some of my buttons, and I had to redo them. And as a matter of fact, there's a couple of them I think I got backwards from where I used to have it. So if I start making mistakes, like I've never made mistakes before, it's because my buttons are switched around for some reason. If I bound them incorrectly. Alrighty, what's this tractor doing? This tractor was doing, I don't recall what this tractor was doing. Oh, I think I got the bigger tractor to plow with. Or something like that. I think that's what's going on here. We do have lumber that we can sell, so let's do that. Let's go sell this lumber. And then I got to get rid of this poplar stuff here. So we can do that. I might clear the rest of these trees out. Well, it's no might. I probably will. I'm not a big one for trees right on the farmland. I don't mind trees, but not on the fields. So we're going to run this guy down to the ferry and go sell some logs. I still haven't figured out what to do with that thing. I just haven't figured out what to do with it. It just won't pick it up for some reason. I may have to chop it up into pieces and feed it to the pigs or something. I don't know. Of course, I don't have any pigs yet, so that ain't gonna happen right away. Hey, where's my ferry? Hope it didn't drift away. Let's go find the ferry. There it is. Why is it over here? Huh. Well, let's back it out of here. Head down south. Glad I sped this up a little bit. It's not a speedboat, but it's at least a little bit easier drive or ride, boat ride, whatever you want to call it, to where we need to go instead of taking all day to get there. S-Series is slipping. Is that the plow? That must be. It's the only thing I'm running. Uh-oh. That's not good. Did I miss a stump? Well, I want to get the ferry over there. I'll get that guy in a minute. Gotta go this way. Learning my way around the river routes. Indeedy do. Little single lung engine. I don't know what kind of engine they have in this, but it doesn't seem like it's big enough. Sitting good in the water though. Look at the bilge pumps just pumping out like that's a lot of water. How much water's getting in that hole? This is a solid stream there. Alright, there's our dock right ahead of us there. I'm going to probably back in since I'm taking the logging truck over. Want it to come off easy so I can go straight in on the other end instead of backing in. Alrighty, we're here. Celebration is in order. Alright. Tight squeeze here. Uh-oh. Oh, I hit the side. And I should probably take those up. I thought I had lined that up a little easier, but I did not. Alright, I think I can get the truck on now. What's he stuck on? A tree. Oh, I didn't get all the trees that I should have got off, I guess. Well, I'm going to have trouble on this with these trees. Because that plow has to come clear off the field. Oh, where's he going? Oh, he's going to start over. Don't start over. No, don't do that. Oh, he's going to start over. Well, rats. I might have to do that manually. Let me get these logs done. Alright, get these logs on the ferry here. Hold still for me, ferry. Don't move. Good job. Whoa, don't go off the edge. Alright, which way does it go? Which way? Which way? I'm not on the ferry. No wonder it won't work. I bet I gotta be on the ferry now. Okay, there it goes. Did both of them come up? Both of them came up. Silly me. Alright. I'm stuck. I came in at an angle, didn't I? Oh, man, it's stuck. There it goes. Gotta come straight in, that's for sure. Going to market with some logs. As I said before, those bars come down, but if you've got this truck on, the truck's too long, and it clips on those trees, and the front of the truck too, and I've actually flipped the truck over off the ferry trying to do it. So I put the ramps up on the front and the back, but I don't put the bars down. Uh-oh. Am I going the wrong way? I am. I need to go that way. Well, I could go that way. It's just around the other way is all. Around the island. How do you get lost? I don't know. How the heck you get lost? It's not that big a map. Help, I've lost my island and I can't get off. Just call me Gilligan. Now that Gilligan's Island was a show it used to... It's so stupid it was embarrassing. I mean, it was funny, you know, at times, but I have a pretty good idea most people watched it because of the two girls that were on it. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Round and round we go. Oh, shoot. Hitting the bar. Oh, geez. I guess I better stay out into deeper water if I'm going to do this. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, my God. I'm going to lose this truck after all if I'm not careful. Yeah, look, that plow got right back where it was. I got nowhere with it. I'm going to have to probably plow manually until I get those trees out of there. Alright. Let's get in our truck. Get these things sold. Let me loosen the straps. There we go. All right, I'm going to run over and check this guy out and see if we can get him back on the straight and narrow here. All right, let me put the little eye on here and see if I can figure out where he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be right here, I guess. And let's see, we're gonna pull him up a little bit here. Turn the plow back. Put the plow back down. Hit the go button, see what happens. This plow should take the poplar branches down, and probably a cultivator. Once I get these trees off here, I think a cultivator will take the others down that are outside the field, or they should anyway. Turn a little eye off there. Let this guy go, see how he does. There's the other plow. I kept the other plow. I didn't sell it. Probably should. But I didn't know how this one was going to work, so I kept it. Alright, so there we go. Let's grab... Oh, gosh. I wonder if the grass is ready to mow again. Now, somebody mentioned to me that you can put both of the front and the back on, and I think I remember that you can. I've done it before. This Pottinger thing here. You don't have to have one in the front, one in the back. You can put both of them on the back or front or whatever. These things attach together. I just kind of like it this way for some reason. So I'll probably leave it for now. But it looks like, I guess the grass is up and ready to go. Oh, can I fertilize this? Does that work? It's a lot of grass. I don't know if I need that much. I don't know if it makes any difference whether I get the best yield or not. So I don't know. Let me grab my fertilizer guy and let's see if that's the case. Got some fertilizer in here. Give it a shot, see what happens. Islands have a lot of trees on them. Okay, let's see. I got myself a whatcha-dinger over there that I used to pick up the grass. So let us see. We've got, how did I name that? What did I do? G1 Mow. Is that all I did? I thought I kept a template. Oh boy, if I didn't keep a template. Okay, well, let's choose this. I just want to see. This is going to be way out of whack because this thing has a spread a lot wider than the mower does. But I just want to see if I fertilize it, if it does anything. So let's just let it go. Mow, field 22. Field 22. Did I call this field 22? I must have. G1, mow field 22. Oh, if I called it field 22, grass field 22 to silo, G1. I didn't keep a template of it. Why did I not keep a template of it? I normally do. I've had a lot of people who say, you don't need to do that. And I say, I know you don't, but if you keep a template of it, you can keep creating different courses for it instead of, if that makes any sense. I don't know. What's going on? Why is this not working? Stop driver. Open that up. Oh, we're not on fertilizer. No wonder. All right. Okay, that might make a difference. Let's try it now. Okay, I just want to run it a little bit, and we'll go look at the color of the fertilization chart and see if it's actually changing it. So, and it is. Let's just let it go. I should probably do it manually because, like I said, it's not set right. I wonder if I can stop this and get rid of it. I don't want to waste fertilizer. Now, you might not waste it. If in 13, I know that if it was already fertilized, it wouldn't spread anymore, so you wouldn't reuse it. In other words, you couldn't fertilize it twice, one right after another, because it wouldn't let you. I don't know if that's still the case or not, but what that meant was you wouldn't be wasting fertilizer because it says, oh, hey, there's already fertilizer on there. I'm not going to spread anymore. I don't know if that's the case or not anymore. So I'll just do this. Kind of, sort of. I could probably use, what do they call that? GPS mod. That'd probably work. But it's only grass. If I miss a strip or two, it ain't going to be the end of the world. Well, it might be, depending who's watching. Somebody with OCD, they're going to say, "Hey, you left a strip. It's the end of the world." I'm not really OCD per se, but I think if depending on how you look at it, there may be a little bit of OCD in everybody. I don't know. Because, there's times like on the farm where I miss a patch and I'll go back and pick it up. You don't have to. And in real life, you probably wouldn't do it. It wouldn't be worth your time, fuel, and gas to run out and just work a patch of 10 feet that you missed. But does that make you OCD if you like to keep things clean? And, if you want to do a good job, I don't want to do a half-assed job. I don't want to go out there and just drive willy-nilly down the field and have big strips that you miss each pass. Does that make you OCD? I don't know if it does or not. And I feel for people that have, the OCD. Some people have it really bad. And the reason why is because it's probably very stressful for them. And stress kills, I'm a firm believer in stress being a bad thing. I think that a lot of people have diabetes nowadays and things like that, and diseases. And I think stress has a lot to do with it. The biggest thing that has to do with it in me is the way people eat, and not necessarily is it their fault. I certainly believe that a lot of the food that we get in our grocery stores nowadays are not the best thing for us. They're so full of preservatives and, just junk-a-doodle-doo in the food that you can't eat healthy anymore. You just can't. Because even when people say, I'm going to the grocery store and I'm getting fresh vegetables because the canned stuff has got stuff in it or whatever, okay, go to this grocery store and watch the guy that works at the grocery store. He's got a little bit of hose with him, and he's spraying the vegetables down, and you think that that's just water. I wonder if it isn't chemicals too to keep the vegetables fresh so people buy them. Now, am I paranoid? Maybe, but it doesn't mean I'm wrong. So anyway, I feel bad for people that have OCD a little bit. I have my brother, for example. If you're over at his house and you have a cup of tea and you use a teaspoon to stir up the sugar in your tea and you set it down and start drinking your tea, he immediately will run over and grab that spoon and run it to the kitchen and wash it. His wife has to get after him because if there's a pair of dirty socks in the hamper, he has to run to the washer and wash them. He will run a load of wash for a pair of socks if you'd let him. Of course, she has to kind of intercede a little bit because it's not economical, besides not being practical. So, and, a lot of people will think, oh, well, geez, that's weird and kind of funny. Well, maybe, maybe it's a little funny, but the reason why I worry about it is because of the stress involved. If they wouldn't be doing it if it didn't stress them out to see that. If that pair of socks is on the floor, they're stressing out about that. I know. I had a friend of mine that had a heart attack, and they told him that he was OCD, kind of. Back then they didn't really know much about it. It was just like, you need to let stuff go. And his therapist told him after he had a heart attack, he told him, he said, I tell you what I want you to do. I want you to go down before you go to bed, and I want you to take one of your tools off the pegboard and set it on the bench and go to bed and not think about it. Just relax and get a good night's sleep. Because he wouldn't normally. Normally, if he knew that there was a wrench on the pegboard that was out of place, Like if you hung a wrench where a screwdriver was supposed to be, he literally could not sleep. It bothered him so bad that he'd have to go down and switch them around and put the screwdriver where the screwdriver went and wrench where the wrench went. And, it literally gave him a heart attack. So that's what I worry about OCD people. I know it stresses them out, and I know what stress will do to you. So anyway, there you go. I'm almost done with this field. Trying to think of something to yap about while I'm going down the field. Coming on to a new year. 2017 is almost gone. There's only a couple days left for me at the time that I'm recording. I don't know when you'll see this. I know I have to say, because I know that there was a video that I put up this morning that I did actually a week before Christmas, or at least a week, maybe 2 weeks before Christmas. I did quite a few videos before Christmas because I knew I was going to be taking time off with my family. As I said in other episodes, my sister flew in to visit for the holidays and that kind of thing. Let me check this out and see how we're doing. In a little bit of a spot there. Let's go back and get it, I guess. Oh yeah, I can see it now. How I doing, fertilizer? Let me cut this off right here. We'll start it again when we get up here. I think I missed a little bit of a patch on the end, but there you go. I was debating for Christmas I was going to go see the new Star Wars movie, but oh my God, I've heard so much bad stuff about it. I went to look, and I do this quite often because it costs a lot of money to go to movies nowadays. With my wife and I have to say that popping popcorn at a movie, to me, is a good share of going to the movie. If I can't have popping popcorn at a movie, then I don't necessarily. I'd have to really want to see the movie. If somebody said, well, you can go see the movie, but you can't have any popcorn. Well, heck with that then. I'll wait till it comes out on DVD. It means that much to me to have the popping the popcorn. It's enjoyment. That's part of the movie to me. It'd be like watching a movie with no sound, But anyway, I digress. So I'm picky about the movies we go to nowadays because literally, my wife and I, when we go see a movie, literally, we spend about $32 to go see a movie. It's so expensive nowadays. And there's so crappy movies out there. There are a lot of crappy movies being made nowadays. Everybody has their own taste, but anyway, so I was kind of debating. We pick and choose as to which movies we're going to go see, and I thought, well, Star Wars, man. Got to go see Star Wars. And so I usually go and start reading, not official reviews. I don't necessarily read critics' reviews because critics are silly. And I go to forums and see what other people like me say about the movie. So if I go to a gamer's page and see what somebody's saying about, current movies and stuff. And normally you'll go to them and you'll see, 3 or 4 people didn't like it, but 3 or 4 people did. And, maybe 5 people liked it and 6 people didn't. And then sometimes you go watch a movie or go to a forum that's talking about movies and you'll see, 7 people liked it and 3 people didn't. Okay, well, hey, more people liked it than didn't. So maybe it's a good movie because, there's always, I don't care what the movie is, somebody's not going to like it. And I don't care how bad the movie is, somebody's going to like it for whatever reason. And so I try to see if there's if there's a majority of any kind that like the movie, then okay, maybe I'll go see it. I tell you what, I went to the forums and I went to all kinds of different pages that were doing movie reviews, and again, not professionals, just people like me and you that are doing movie reviews because they've seen the movie and they may or may not be fans of it or whatever. You got to take that in consideration too. But I started going to all these things, and every single one of them was, oh my God, they ruined Star Wars. Oh my God, it's so bad. Oh, I'll never see another one. I'm not going to go see the next one. I'm petitioning Disney. They've screwed up Star Wars for us. And I thought, oh my God. Literally, it was almost 100% people hated it or didn't like it or were upset about it. And, I would read something like 20, 30 posts on a forum that just was ripping the movie. And then one person would say, oh, it wasn't that bad. I didn't mind it. Now, they didn't say, oh my God, it was the best movie since, whatever. But they would say, oh, it wasn't that bad. It was okay. But literally, 9 out of 10, more than that actually, comments. It was more like 19 out of 20 comments were, oh my God, they've ruined Star Wars. I don't think I'm going to go see it. Might just wait till the DVD comes out and rent it cheap or something. I feel bad about that too. I mean, literally, one guy said, I will go and get Jar Jar Binks tattooed on my arm for everybody to see before I go see the third movie. They ruined this one so bad. I thought, oh, jeez. That's pretty bad. Jar Jar Binks. I can imagine somebody wearing a Jar Jar Binks t-shirt and having fun with it, but putting it on your body as a tattoo permanently? No. Jar Jar Binks was terrible. All right, let's see if we can back this thing in straight, or straighter than we did the last time. It is a little easier with the wheel. Although the Xbox controller actually does pretty good. I didn't mind it. It worked okay. Alright, let's get off this thing. Get our truck back up to the field because we're going to start working on 14 here in the next episode, I think. I don't know if I'll get to it in this episode, but you never know. I'm not doing every tree. I'm doing enough so that I can plow the field. And then I'll go back and pick up the stragglers. That's what I'm thinking. Alright, I'm going to try to do pick up this silly thing again. I don't know why it's not working. We're on the left side. I don't know why it won't pick up this one silly log. Silly must be the word of the day. I've said it 7 times now. Several times. 7. Several. Not that I'm counting. Won't pick it up. Dang it. Alright, let's go find out what the plow's doing because he's having trouble here. Hit another tree. He's a tree hitter. Alright, well, let's clean this up a little bit. Whoops, dropped it too soon. These trees are still in the way. Gotta be careful not to do the make a field one. I've done that before. I've got a key bound on my wheel, a button bound on my wheel for lowering and raising the equipment. And so sometimes when I'm spinning the wheel to turn, the heel of my hand will hit that button while I'm plowing, and I'll end up plowing something I don't want to plow. I wonder if it would plow these things off here and not make a field? No, it won't. So I don't know how I'm going to get that stuff down unless it's a cultivator. I miss my old plows, my big old plows that aren't really plows. Basically, they're a modded cultivator. We got a new field. Alright, look out for those stumps, though. Damn stumps are going to be in the road. Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to bring these other trees down. They're kind of in the way. See if I can get around them here. Uh-oh. Am I up against the fence? A little bit. Even this bigger plow doesn't plow very wide, does it? So yeah, so I got used to when I'm plowing, spinning the wheel with my fingertips on the outside of the wheel instead of spinning it like I normally would with the heel of my hand, so that I don't make that mistake of starting a field when I don't want to start a field. I still screw up every once in a while when I forget, if I'm in a hurry. Alrighty, did I miss? There's a couple of little green spots right there. Let's see if I can get those. And then we'll call this end done. Done, done, and done. Sweet. Pick up the plow and hit the other end. We're heading down the field with the plow in hand. Get her done. This is slow going here. Let's see. Now my fertilizer spreader's close by, but the seeder's a ways away. The seeder's over on field number 1. I don't think there's a tractor to pull it. I'm going to probably use this tractor to pull it. Yeah, I knew some of these trees might be in the way, but got lazy and I just wanted to get the field going. I'll tell you what, I spent a lot of time this Christmas, since it was just the wife and I. She watches these Christmas Hallmark movies every year, and I generally skip them. and I didn't want to leave her all alone this Christmas, because normally there's family here, and we didn't have, because of circumstances. One of the kids got some kind of a weekend paid for at Mount Hood, a ski resort, and my boy's just graduating from college, and he and his girlfriend, his significant other, they went to her folks for Christmas, and she's working, and so she had to work Christmas Day. She's in the medical field. So it ended up being just my wife and I around for Christmas. Now, my other daughter was around, but they had to work. They're in kind of retail business, and so they were busy right up through Christmas and barely made it over late Christmas Day for a little Christmas dinner. So it was pretty much the first year that Carol and I have been pretty much alone for Christmas Day. And so I ended up, long story short, or short story long, I ended up watching all these silly, one right after another, Hallmark Christmas movies. I mean, literally one right after another for all week. And it was, I didn't sit there all day and do it, but a good share of the week was spent watching these silly movies, and it was kind of funny. And don't get me wrong, I enjoyed them because I enjoy those kind of sappy movies anyway. I'm not a chick flick watcher, but I do enjoy Christmas, and I like movies that end up showing you people with the Christmas spirit that maybe didn't have it to begin with. Kind of like my favorite movie at Christmas is George C. Scott playing in A Christmas Carol. That's my favorite movie. I'll watch that every Christmas. Every Christmas I watch that, even if I'm watching it by myself. So I just love the theme of a bah humbug, and then all of a sudden you're the greatest man in the world because you believe in Christmas. I like movies that bring the Christmas spirit out in you. So yeah, I enjoyed them, but it was kind of funny though. Let me go get the cedar. I think it's a little bit heavier. And we'll get it down here and start this thing. Is it getting bad weather on me? Or what time is it? No, it's morning. What's happening to the weather? How do I get out of here? Oh, I gotta go on the rickety old bridge. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna end the episode here. In the meantime, I'll go over and get that cedar. And in the next episode, we'll get this field seeded and fertilized. And we'll start working on field 14, getting it cleared. Hope you had fun. If you did, give it a like, share it with a friend, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next episode. In the meantime, happy farming.